What up, guys? What up? How's everyone doing? All right, Stanley, first order of the day. What's up, man? What's going on, guys? Oh, shit. Wait, what did Mel do? All right, Stanley, 2 first partner illustration collection series 2. Okay. Got 2 of them. Okay. And what are the voice tins? This is right, yeah. Little Weiss. She kept her stream streak going. Oh, hell yeah, Mel. Did you resub and I didn't see it? Thank you. She's streaking? She's streaking? Mel, why is there a clip of you twerking? Because you were throwing it back. There ain't nothing to throw back, dude. Fucking A, dude. I'm pretty sure these are the right 10s, right? Yeah, I think so. Alright, here we go. Earth. All right, we get to see what we're getting out of the pack. Welcome to Walmart. Would you like a sticker? Alright, here we go. Chaos Rising, perfect order. Got the 2 promos. Chaos, perfect order. Alright, 3 and 3. Alright, let's get it. Let's do the partner packs last, because that'll be a saving grace. So there's 2 ways to look at this. Either we could get nothing out of our packs, and then those packs save us, or, right, what could happen is we get something out of our packs, and then if we don't get the ones we want out of the first partner packs, then it won't feel as bad. How you doing, Dort? Gotta use the cranium sometimes, you know. Alright, nothing out of the Chaos Rising. Ooh, alright, Clefairy. That's like one of the best illustration rares in the set. We'll take that. Bruh. Stacy just leaving freaking box cutters open. Crazy. Crazy work. All right, come on, Stanley. Last pack. Even if we get nothing out of our partner packs or nothing good, at least we got the Clefairy illustration rare. See how this works? Because that's really, really good illustration rare hit. Okay, here we go. All right, we want, obviously, we want the Neo starters, right? That's number one, I would think. All right, here we go. Ooh, all right, Tapig. Wait, Snivy. All right, Tapig, Snivy, Oshawott. Second best, maybe? I don't know. There's a picture of Mega Gyarados in a college with other Pokemon on Poke Beach and a new Pokemon TCG Mega Parade set coming at the end of the year. Ooh. That's crazy. Yeah, so that's probably going to be the end of the series, right? Of the Mega, because Mega is only supposed to be 2 years long, I think. I don't think it's supposed to be full 3 years. And oh, duplicate. Duped. We got duped. That's okay. We got the Clefairy. We got duped. Well, I would just hold on to these for a really long time, to be honest. All right, thank you, Stanley. Sorry we got duped on that. Yeah, that's probably what it is, Dork, if I had to guess. That's got to be the high class set for the end of the year, right? That's probably coming out in, like, December. Which means in English, it'll probably be more around, like, what? January? Hey, you got the Darker Eye? Hell yeah, dude. Banger, bro. Alright, thanks, Stanley. I gotta check something. Mega Parade. Yo, what's up, Deadway? What's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. What up, Happy Panda? What's up, guys? For you, those of you guys just coming in, what's up, everyone? Yeah, that's got to be the end of the Mega era, because then next year we're going to get Wind and Waves, right? Yeah, so next year is going to be Wind and Waves. I think if there's ever gonna be a Pokemon crash, it's next year. That's when the crash is gonna happen because they're getting that new facility. They're gonna be printing way more. They're gonna be printing like 20 to 30% more. So if Wind and Waves isn't popular, that's where the crash is gonna happen. I need a haircut. My brother's a barber. He's gonna give me one when I go back home. He'll give me a good haircut. The amount of times I've had to like go to him because I got my shit fucking all fucked up here. It's crazy. Life is good? Yeah, same, man. We've been just super busy. A lot going on between the store and the stream. Yeah, I think if there's ever going to be a crash, it's next year when Wind and Waves comes out. Wind and Waves, like, base set will probably be a pretty crazy low point, but I could be wrong. I feel like there's so many new stores and shit, like maybe it'll be fine. Hey Benny, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. I do need a haircut though, it's getting long. It's also so hot. Yeah, I mean, Swedish guy, tins and collection boxes can be like, you can have, I've seen cracked boxes and I've seen horrible boxes. It's completely randomized. Like there's no like, I think overall that would make sense if it's one hit in a collection box, because 1 in 4 I think is the pull rate for an ultra rare or better. I don't think people know that, so it's like a 1 in 4 chance to pull an EX or better. So when you open 4 packs and you pull an EX, technically you're not unlucky. I know it feels bad, but like that's the pull rates. So and that's why sometimes you'll open an ETB, right? And you'll get maybe 1 or 2 hits. Or you could get lucky and get like 3 hits. It's just how ratios work, right? That's how trading cards work. If every pack had a good hit in it, there wouldn't be any good hits. And we saw that with Paldea Evolved. The only reason cards in Paldea Evolved have gone up is because of how good of a set it is, and it's like out of print now. But like when Paldea Evolved first came out, like the pull rates were so good that the cards were basically worthless. Same with Scarlet Violet base. The pull rates were insane. You were getting like 2 SIRs a box. And we had like $3 SIRs. It was insane. $3 SIRs is like crazy. What's up, Hippo? What's going on? So yeah, and I mean, like, when pull rates are bad on a set, it makes people want to buy the singles more, which also drives the single prices up, which makes those sets, like, singles reflect the sealed pack price, and sealed pack price reflects the single price. I'm feeling good, Hippo. I played 18 holes of golf today. It felt good to get out there again. I shot an 83. It wasn't my best. But I had shot a 39 on the front 9. And I started off bogey. So I was 3 over, and then I got a birdie on 4. And then I got a whole bunch of pars in a row. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of pars in a row, so... And then I shot 44 on the back. I had like 2 doubles and like 4 bogeys. It was pretty bad. Yeah, I was just a little rusty. I hadn't played in a month, so... Yeah, it'll be better next time. I hit some really good shots, though. My back felt really good because I gave it a month rest. Usually at my back, I mean, I have some back pain. My back was like, felt so good. My swing felt crispy. My buddy shot a 108, so funny, dude. Ah, well. That's why I was a little late today, because we were playing with two old ladies. They were super nice, but they were, you know, not the greatest. But they were super nice. They were hyping us up a lot. But they only played front 9 with us. I'm gonna be honest, if we played all 18 with them, I would have been probably getting home like right now. Like it would have been like a 5-hour round of golf. So we played pretty fast on the back 9. I think like when we got on the 10th tee, it was like 2 o'clock, which is crazy. It means we had a 2.5 hour front 9. Like that's crazy long. Well, of golf, Hippo? You played a few rounds or a few holes? I'm assuming you mean a few rounds. Realistically, the way you get better at golf is I think honestly, instead of playing 18 holes, you play 9 holes, then you spend the other 2 hours around the putting green and the driving range. Few rounds, I gotcha. Yeah, that's always my advice to a new player, is literally just get on the range, hit a bunch of balls on the range. But everyone's different. That's the thing, is I got better at golf by just playing. Like we would play after school. I would play 9 holes every day. 9 holes after school. After school, we'd go immediately to the golf course. There's nothing that can fix my game. I don't know. I feel like if you played one round with me, I would help you a little bit. Golf's really hard sport, but it's also incredibly simple when it comes to like mechanics. Like sometimes people are just standing a little too close to the hole. Some people are standing too far. Some people are, you know, have their feet not lined up. Like it's a lot. OP16 needs to be restocked. Does it? Let me see. I could probably give you a few swing thoughts that would help. No, we got 15 in stock, but I can add a little bit more. Add like 6 boxes, so 6 boxes, 6 times 24 minus 15. I'll set it to 129. Set up? Yeah, I mean, like, all you need is one person who knows how to play golf to help you with that. It's so easy. The swing feels the same, and then the results are so inconsistent a lot of times. Well, it's hard for you to correct yourself. Like, I feel like golf is kind of like a third-person thing, where it's like, it's much easier for someone who's watching your swing, who knows what they're doing, to give you opinions on your stance and like where you're putting the ball in your stance. You know, are you opening the club face when you're swinging? Are you swinging out and in too much or down and out? Like, it's hard to like mentally know what you're doing wrong because you can't see yourself, you know? Until you've played like a lot, until a point where you know, like, oh, like I pulled that, or I pushed that, or I had the ball too far back in my stance on a terrible lie, and that's why, you know, I hit it so bad. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Or I had a bad lie and I just barely hit the top of the ball, that kind of thing. Dude, I went off on some absolute R word on fucking Twitter today, dude. I went absolutely off on someone. So, I don't know what it is, but like, I usually stay out of Twitter conversations. Like, I see people all the time just say shit that they have when they clearly have no idea what they're talking about. But there was just something about this guy's comment that just like pissed me off so much, and I don't know what it was. But so this guy posted this picture of this card, and the card's got like a little bit of whitening on the edges, like a little bit. And then the front is really cool. It's like an error hollow bleed, right? And so the guy posts the picture of it, and this guy comes out of nowhere and just goes, based on that centering on the back, it's probably a 7, but since the centering on the front is also pretty off, probably a 6. And I don't know what it was, but I just flipped out on this person. Because I was just like, I'm just so tired of like people pretending they know what the fuck they're talking about in this hobby right now, because there's so many fake people coming into it for the money, and it just drives me nuts when people have no clue what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah, based on that back centering, looks kind of like a 6, but like, what are you talking about? No, the guy was deadly serious. The guy was dead serious. He was not rage baiting. He was being dead ass. All right, come on, Panda. Come on, Panda. Ah, Panda. No dice, my dude. No dice. Thanks for jumping in, Panda. I'm sorry, man. No dice, my dude. But he's just like, looks like a... Here, I muted the guy, so let me see if I can go in and show you guys the picture. I gotta be careful showing my Twitter, though, because it's like super like gooner. Let me see. Yeah, so this guy goes, sent this beauty to PSA, corrected back, any guesses on the grade? So he saw this card, okay? So it's got like a little white there, got like a tiny bit of white in the top right corner, right? And this is the front, and it's an error. That's pretty cool card, right? And then this guy goes, let me see if, how do you find like a muted, let's see. I don't know how to see like what I've muted. Oh yeah, here we go. Here, if I can find the thread here. Yeah, here we go. So he goes, the back is a 7, but the front centering might make it a 6. Hopefully a 7. And I just go, what in the world are you talking about? And then he goes, no one is talking to you. Keep it pushing. I said, you're just spouting complete nonsense. Zero clue what you're talking about, LOL. And then this person goes, what makes you qualified to do better than me at pre-grading a card? A vintage card gets graded much stricter than modern. That's not true. They're actually way more lenient on vintage than modern. So that's not true. That front centering is problematic, and the back and the back a couple of white dings. The back alone makes the card a 7, even if the front was well centered, but it's not. This dude is like absolutely spewing bullshit. No idea what he's talking about. Let alone there are 9 likes on my post replying Post replying indicating accuracy. Meanwhile, you think you're smarter than everyone else. Shut the fuck up and hop out of my mentions, single cat man. If you even slightly knew what you were talking about, you know that centering is the difference between a 9 and a 10. That's it. They don't knock additional points for centering. That's why when you get a miscut card that is super off center, you get a 9 OC or a 9 MC. I have crazy off center cards where the centering is the only problem and it gets 9s. Like it is the difference between a 9 and a 10. They're not going to ding you additional points because of centering. PSA does not do that. I've graded thousands of cards, but it's just wild to me how many people are new to the hobby who don't grade cards, who are confidently incorrect and are spewing complete nonsense. You indeed have zero clue what you're talking about. Okay, genius. This won't OC. Here's my Professor Elm card that got a 6. The back is better, if not just as good as his front, and also has OC centering. Shut the fuck up. You aren't smarter than anyone in this hobby. You think you are, but you're just a pick me. You're just a pick me. Okay, I don't know what that means, but so anyways, this guy's saying because his card is off center like that, it got a 6. It's just not how it works. You just don't have an off-center card and just get a 6. It's not a thing. I said, yeah, so your card's OC, but that's not what got it to 6. It means there's an impression that goes through the card. Break that card out, and I'd bet any amount of money it has a dent. I already broke it out, and there wasn't shit. Fuck up. I said, I've graded over 5,000 cards, and the guy I learned from was an official middleman of Burbank Pokemon Market. He worked for Ludkins. He graded over 100,000 cards in the span of a few years. Usually I don't call people out when they're talking nonsense on Twitter, but your tweet annoyed me in particular, and now that you've been tweeting, I realize what a complete psycho you are, so I'm just going to end it here. Keep thinking centering can knock your card to a 6. Laugh my ass off. And then he replied, but I really can't see what it says. So I have it muted. Just a complete doofus who has no fucking clue what he's talking about. Well, based on the front centering, might be a 6, but back centering makes it a 7. Like, what are you saying? Just a complete fucking moron. Just making shit up. Ugh. I don't know, man. It just annoyed me because the dude's like confidently incorrect. Just literally spewing bullshit. Yeah, the monkey you bought from me, the monkey, is a miscut and it's a 9. So what? By that guy's logic, it off centering will give it a 6, but if it's really off center, you'll get a 9 MC. That makes no sense. Yes, all that means is that card has a dent, and the guy has a dent in his card, which knocked it to a 6. So instead of saying, oh, it has a dent in the card, that's why it's a 6, he's just like, nope, it's off center, therefore you can get a 6 for centering. I don't know, babe. Like, I usually just let shit go. I usually just let shit go, but it just, I don't know, that comment in particular just annoyed me because the original poster was being so nice, and like this guy's just like shitting on his card, being like, yeah, it's gonna be like a 6 based on that centering. Like, I don't know, he just fucking pissed me off. The guy who posted the cards just being so genuine, he's like, oh, I'd be okay with a 6. Like, I just hate when people think they know what they're fucking talking about. It's just like, I hate people who don't want to put the work or the time into the hobby. They just want to jump in when it's hot and then just make shit up and pretend like you've been in the hobby forever. Like, no, dumbass. Centering, if your card could be crazy, ugly off centering. And if the card is completely mint otherwise, it'll get a 9. It'll get a 9. It means that if you have a card that's really ugly and off center, then what they'll say is like, okay, it's a 9, but then if you also have whitening like in a corner or something, or have like a visible white dot in one of the corners, then they might bump it to an 8. But they're not. If your card was absolutely perfect, but it was like pretty off center, let's say like 70-30, they're not giving you like a 7 or an 8 for centering. That's just not how it works. Centering only matters between 9s and 10s. That's it. I've seen even some big streamers who have like no idea what they're talking about. They're like, yeah, this card's pretty off center, so it's probably gonna get an 8. It's like, no. I mean, it may have something else wrong with it that knocks it to an 8. Yeah, so they could give it a 9 OC or a 9 if it's not within like those parameters, like it's not super off center, but it's just like it's visibly off center, then it'll get a 9. They don't dock additional points for centering. There's not some you know, grader sitting there being like, you know, this card's perfect, but it's pretty off center, I'm gonna give it a 6. Like, no, it means that your card has a dent. I mean, you remember that card? Was it your card, Dork? Who pulled the Lily? We pulled a Lily from Sun and Moon base, and it was literally perfect, but it had a dent in the back of the card, and they gave it a 7. Like, that's proof that, like, if there's a dent in the back of the card, they'll give it a 7. That wasn't you. And if the dent, it means if you got a 6. Now, what might have happened is, so that guy could have had a dent in the back of his card, and they might have decided to give it a 6 instead of a 7 because of how ugly the centering is. I could see them doing that, where if they might dock you a point, but they're not going to dock you more than 1 point for centering. Like, they just don't do that. It's not a thing. The amount of cards I've sent in that were super off center that got 9s was like insane. Just means it can't be above a 9 if it's outside of the 10 parameters. All right, good luck, Harshi. Nah, it's just like, and usually I don't correct people, but that dude was just like fuck that guy in particular, just for being such a moron and spewing bullshit on Twitter, like he knows shit. And then goes based on the likes. Based on the amount of likes I got, I'd say I was correct. You're a complete moron. Yeah, if there's a dent in the front of the card, it usually gets a 6. If you get a dent in the back of the card, it's usually a 7. Am I seeing this correctly? $59 for Chaos Rising ETBs. Do you ship sealed product? We do not ship sealed product. D-Hugs. We do not ship sealed product. Everything here gets ripped open. We have a brick and mortar that sells sealed product, but I don't think it's got like any product on its website, to be honest. It always sells out. But we don't try to compete with our own business, so we do only breaks here. All right, we got Luxray EX Full Art. I love that card. That's a nice looking card. What was that from? Twilight? I don't remember that card being in Twilight. Yeah, everything here gets ripped open. Yeah, it just doesn't have any Pokemon because it sells out. Sometimes I like to take like a minute or two and just tell someone they're a complete dumbass and they have no idea what they're talking about, because it just, and it's not even me trying to gatekeep, it's just like, if you're clearly new to the hobby, like, just don't sit there and fucking act like you know what the fuck you're talking about, especially when you're just spewing complete bullshit. Like, just tell a guy, like, I'm no grader or I'm no expert, but I'd say it's probably like a 6, a 6 or a 7. I would have just been like, I would have just let that go. Or maybe been nice about it, but I'm just like, what in the world are you talking about? All right, we got Fomantis, illustration rare, or art rare. Based on that shattering, he's probably like a chick. All right, more Pekko EX full art. I like that card. Looks cool. All right, more Pekko full art. More Pico, more Pekko. I don't know how you say it. I think it's more Pekko. More Packers. All right, Whale Lord. Based on my calculations. It's like me going like and like telling people about sports grading, even though I probably have more knowledge of, because it's just like PSA sticks to the same parameters for sports and for Pokemon. So, but that's like a bad example, but what would be the word? What would be a good example? It'd be like me going and giving like, I don't know, like doctor advice to somebody. Like, yeah, well, I kind of do that, don't I? Well, that's a bad example. All right, we got Thievul. I hope my wife isn't in here and she's not listening. No, not like actual doctor advice, but like, you know, you might have blank. But like, yeah, I'm not gonna give, let's see, what's a good, I'm not gonna give dental advice. How about that? I'm not gonna give dental advice to somebody because I don't know anything about being a dentist. That's how I feel about all these fucking dorks on talking about card grading when they're literally clueless and have never sent a card in their life. What is that? I don't even know what that Pokemon is. Is that, Oh! Oh, I thought we had a double hitter. Damn, the bell. Saved by the bell. Alright, 3 more packs. Silvally, yeah. I was trying to say like iron something, but it's silver. Silvally. Okay, not the greatest box, but it could have been worse. I don't know. The illustration wares weren't the best ones for sure. I do like the Luxray full art from Twilight though. Alright, thanks Harshi. I appreciate you jumping in, dude. Sorry we didn't get the darker eye. Maybe next time. The Harshi. Ouch, on my toe. Owie. Ouch. Whale Lord equals good box. True. Oh my god, how come we're not ripping any brown dust, dude? I want to see some anime titties. Oh, here we go. Boomer got some. I want to see some anime booba. DBS Masters BT31. My hair's all crazy. Yeah, I do need a haircut, huh? The boy needs a haircut. My hair, once my hair starts getting into my eyes, it's like time Time to cut it. I tell you what though, I could have shot even on that front nine today. I was literally like 70 yards short of the green in the middle of the fairway on one. I mean, at least a par. And I ended up like hitting it left and then I 3-putted. Oh, let's go, Boomer. Damn, the sniperoni, dude. Holy, let's go, dude. 3 packs? What the? Nice, bro. That's hot. Jesus. Yep. W Boomer's right. W Boomer. Got SR too. Three-pack Siggy. You're Monac S. All right, we'll take that. Ping. Oh yeah. Jawbreaker's face when he thought he bought all the Lucy's left over. Yeah, I mean that could have came from the last case, right? Holy good Jongas. I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, buddy. Dude, Brown Dust is insane. I'm sorry, what? Dude! Dude, Brown Dust is insane. I'm flashing all the ass while you're at work. Hey, that's your problem, buddy. Ugh. I'm pretty sure Yamato like shits on Teach, dude. Stat, are you saying that you got rolled by a black yellow Teach? I'm not so sure that that's how that matchup's supposed to go. I'm trying to think. Too much heal, maybe? What happened? Did you just like draw bad, or? I'm trying to think what it could do. Oh. Wait, no on play and leader ability negated. Oh, from the 10 cost? Blackbeard? Oh yeah, you let that game go too late. Yeah. Yeah, if black yellow or black teach gets late game, it's just cooked because it's just 10 drop Blackbeard, 10 beard, 10, and they just outlast you. It's kind of an attrition. It's a attrition deck. And then usually what'll happen is they'll negate blockers and then they'll swing. 10 cost, isn't that a crap ton? Yeah, it's your whole turn. It's your whole turn, but it doesn't matter because it's a 12k body that negates a character and doesn't allow them to attack for one turn. And yeah, it's just crazy. How did it make your leader not on plays not work though? I'm pretty sure that Blackbeard doesn't do that. Because that's Blackbeard's ability that does that. Alright, let me read this card. Activate main once per turn. If your leader has a Blackbeard Pirates type and this character was played on this turn, negate the effect of one of your opponent's leaders during this turn, then negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's characters. Oh, dude. Bro, I see how that shit on you because none of your stuff could attack out of the grave, right? Because he negated your fucking leader ability. Oof. Yeah, so you don't get the rush effect on any of your characters. You still get the on plays, you just don't get rush effects. So if they told you didn't get on plays, they're capping. Okay, so you weren't playing black, yellow stat. You were playing just black. You were playing mono black, right? Yeah, you were playing against mono black. Your on-play effects are negated, and then you may trash one card from your hand. Your opponent's on-play effects are negated until the end of your opponent's next turn. So you must have been playing black teach. There's no way you're playing yellow-black, because yellow-black is a different ability. Yellow-black, they can redirect an attack. Yeah, so you were playing against mono-black Blackbeard. Yeah, that deck is fucking AIDS, isn't it? Yeah, so if you want to tip against mono Blackbeard stat, always go second against that deck. Because Blackbeard has no way to ramp, and so they always want to get to 10 Dawn first. So always go second against Blackbeard. That alone increases your chances of beating him by like, I want to say it's like 20% or something. Hello. Blackbeard's win rate going second's like 20% lower. Alright, Dawn of Z Legends, Premium Pack 9. Yep. Alright, here we go. Yeah, always go second when you're against Blackbeard. Always. Same thing with Emu. Emu, same thing. You always go second against Emu. Even if your deck doesn't like going second, you go second anyways. So that'll probably help you a little bit. Never, ever, ever, ever go first against Blackbeard, ever. Yeah, it's a tough one. You kind of have to play things out. I mean, yeah, you kind of have to play things out on every single turn. Also, question, were you swinging into his stuff that was giving him card draw? Were you trying to like remove his board? Because you leave those cards up, as annoying as it is, you leave them up. Any of the cards that he gets on KO, or because he has like a lot of cards where it says on KO, draw a card. So what you do is you starve him of cards. You're swinging at his life. Yeah, so that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to starve him of cards and then swing at life. That's how you win. And you go wide, which doesn't Yamato go wide? Or does she not? I guess not, because you're always like sacrificing you're sacrificing characters to play out other characters. So you don't go wide. That's why my deck does so good against Blackbeard, because I go wide. So I just have like a lot of little attackers. And when you have a lot of little attackers, it fucks Blackbeard hard. Because that 10 drop blocker is like all they have late game. That's all they got. That's why I was confused, because I was like, I think you're supposed to win against Blackbeard. Like, I think that's a really good matchup for Yamato. But you weren't playing against Blackbeard. You were playing against the fucking cancer fucking mono Blackbeard. That fucking deck is so AIDS. My deck that I used to run, the Charlotte Pudding deck, it was all on play effects. And that deck was like legitimately unplayable against fucking Blackbeard. Yeah, it is not a fun deck to play against. It's actually pretty lame. It makes the game pretty fucking stupid. It's probably the most unfun mechanic in the entire game, I think. So you have to beat them before they hit 10. You have to basically, when they hit 10, you pretty much have to have a massive board, so that even if they play out the Blackbeard, it's like too late for them. Also, Perfume Femur helps me with that matchup, because I can just swing over their blockers, which is really fucking good. I just make something unblockable. But that's good that you weren't swinging into his characters, because a lot of people will like want to swing at Blackbeard's characters, but that's what gives him the card draw in order to keep playing the no on play effects, because every time he does no on play effects, he has to discard a card. So you got to remember, not only are you getting cards out of his hand when you're attacking and they're using counters, but you're also getting cards out of his hand every time he wants to activate that effect. So that's a big deal. All right, Chris. Nothing too crazy. Like, this blue-purple Luffy deck is really, really, really strong against Blackbeard, because it just plays a bunch of, like, aggro characters. Yeah, that deck takes some getting used to playing against stat. What I did is I just started, when I really, like, I couldn't fucking beat Blackbeard, so what I did is I started sniping every single Blackbeard on the what do you call it? On the simulator. I just said, fuck it, I'm playing Blackbeard over and over and over and over again until I understand what the fuck's going on. Alright, 3 boxes of brown dust for Cobb. Let's get a Cobb. See if we can keep the streak going on, because I think Cobb's been really lucky here. At least with me opening for you, Cobb. You've been pulling some heat the last couple months. Yeah, it takes some matches. Just start sniping all the Blackbeards on the simulator. Give you a good practice. Also, sometimes you gotta just play things out as bricks, even though it feels bad. Playing out cards and having them kind of do nothing. That's like kind of the trick against Blackbeard, is you want to just play out bricks. Sometimes, like, stay on curve. Try to be as efficient as you can playing out cards, because the way they balance Blackbeard is Blackbeard's kind of got like a lot of like dog shit cards. Like, the cards, if you ever read their cards aren't that good. And that was to balance them for the fact that they can completely turn off your abilities. It's like Don Krieg, right? Like, in theory, Don Krieg should be fucking broken, right? Because I think his leader ability is to drop everyone's attack by 2,000. Like, that sounds super broken, right? But the way that they balance that is they made all his characters kind of dog shit. Yeah, Blackbeard's definitely a weird deck to play against. Like, you gotta stay on curve. So, like, so he may, you know, when you're on your 5 Dawn turn, for example, like, he may make it so that you have no on-play effects. But if you have, like, a 5-drop that has an on-play effect, it's almost worth just dropping it as a brick and just have the on-play effect not work, because at least you're getting bodies on the board, you know? You built Krieg and it was shit. Yeah, he's not very good. Because his leader ability is so broken that they had to make his character suck. So I think if they've learned anything from Emu, it's better to have a character that's not very good and then give them buffs to make them stronger than it is to have them be completely broken and then have to, like, ban cards. You know what I mean? Like, they don't want to do that. They don't want to ban cards because that makes people's fucking pussy hurt bad. Which it's understandable. I mean, because what happens with cards that need to get banned? They're usually super expensive because of how good they are, right? And then they get banned, and then you spent a bunch of money on cards you can't play with, and then your pussy hurts. It's understandable. Like Borsellino's got pair banned because, like, every yellow deck was playing that combo. The new Shanks coming out in 17 is supposed to be nuts. Yeah, it probably will be. What color is it? Green? It's green, right? It seems kind of like it does green things. I don't think it's gonna be that crazy. I don't think it's gonna be, like, broken. Yeah, it's like, what is it? Like, discard a card and freeze one of your opponent's characters or something. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that crazy. It's gonna depend on the support for the deck. Like, if it's got really good support, then yeah, it could be pretty crazy. It's all gonna depend on that. The 10-drop Shanks in 17 is what's broken. What does it do? Rest all opponents' characters and activate 2 Dawn. I mean, yeah, that definitely is a good card. For sure. But what will happen is having knowledge of that card, it'll just force everyone to swing on that last... Ooh, there we go. That's a cool SR. All right, we got a gold SR. Everyone will just swing. I mean, like, when you're playing against that green Shanks deck, you'll just swing everything. That is really good, though. I'm not gonna say that's not good. That's gonna be really good against other control decks. It's not really gonna affect aggro decks. And I'm gonna be honest with you, green has the most problem with aggro decks. Green does really get good against other control decks because green is a control deck, and green usually does the things control decks want to do better. Oh, it has rush as well. Ooh, that is actually pretty good. It rests everything and has rush for 12k. So rest everything, activate 2 Dawn, and it has rush, and it's a 12k power. That is really fucking strong. That is a good card. But you know, that's probably that deck's boss monster, though. You know what I mean? Because that's always a thing with new decks. When new leaders come out, I don't know if you guys noticed this, there's always one boss monster that's really strong. What that means is that when they made the deck originally, it probably wasn't strong enough, and then they made that card. That's what it felt like with Blackbeard. When they made that 10-drop Blackbeard, it just felt like they built the deck and they were like, okay, we need like a really strong card for the deck to be like playable. So that's probably that deck's really strong card. It is pretty good, because you'll be able to rest like a 10k and swing 12 into 10, which would be really, really, really strong. See, what I love though is because I play Boa, that doesn't even matter, because they're going to resting my shit doesn't really do anything, because even after they rest it, they don't want to remove my characters, because when they do, they have to take their own life. It's great. I love Boa. I love playing Boa, dude. It just makes people have to think. Like, if you're playing like brainless rush decks, it's just not gonna work. Boa's so fucking good, dude. Especially after those 2 new additions of those blockers. Those blockers are so strong. Yeah, no, Shanks has got some crazy nice cards in OP17. OP17 is going to be nuts. I heard Stacy said some of y'all were trashing on 17. I mean, that's 100% cope, dude. Because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I actually thought OP13 was insanely mid, dude. And you saw how OP13 did. I mean, they only had 3 mangas, and it was the 3 brothers, and there was just a red tint of the manga. This set has literally, it has 8, I think it's 8 hockey SPs, which looks sick as fuck. It has 4 mangas, and one of those mangas are the first ever leader manga. Like, this set's gonna be bonkers, dude. And it's Elbaf Luffy as well, which is the current arc. It's gonna pop, dude. Ooh, there we go. All right, another SP. Let's go, dude. I got the hot hands tonight, guys. She's eating an ice cream, I think. She's eating something. All right, booty, booty, booty. There you go, Cobb. Cobb's hot streak continues. Very good, very good. I played a Bonnie too. I was annoyed when their life got to like 1 or 2. Oh, you played a Bonnie? Yeah, that card gets shut down by Blackbeard bad, because you don't get the on play effect. You do get the rush though, unless the rush is part of the effect. Does that Bonnie have rush, or does it say trash the top of your opponent's life, then this character gets rush? Because if it says it like that, then it doesn't work. Oh, a Bonnie leader? Oh, I thought you meant the yellow Bonnie, which I'm not sure why I thought that, because you're playing Yamato, so. You played Green Bonnie? Green Bonnie's pretty good. It's a fucking strong deck. That deck's also very AIDS to play against, because you have to completely rethink how you do everything. You have to like always attack with your biggest character before you do anything. That's how you play against Bonnie. You swing the biggest character first before you use any of your Don. So it's just a very different way of playing. You have to remember to do that. All right, we'll take that. Very good. Booba. All right, Cobb. I appreciate you, big dog. Thanks, man. Thanks for going in. Congrats on the Siggy. Very nice. Jesus. Bro, what the? That shit's breaking off. Damn, Cobb. Dude, that's your second one? Sheesh. Cobb's cooking, he's cooking. I got some trade fodder. Alright, there you go. I learned that one LCS by Pebble Beach was faking their tournaments and keeping the winner card and everything, and Bandai pulled their distro, and I think Pokemon did too. Damn, that's fucked, dude. Yeah, I hear about stores like that getting cooked all the time, man. That's why we run everything by the books, dude. I ain't trying to get my shit cooked. I especially feel like with how the hobby is right now. I mean, they definitely are going to be out headhunting card shops because there's way too many of them out there now because everyone wants to be a card shop owner now because there's a lot of money in it. So they want to keep the stores around where, you know, before it was fucking profitable. I mean, 2022, I mean, we obviously profited, but man, it was not as lucrative as it is now. So you got all these people opening new stores and becoming, you know, play stores and shit, that they're probably out going for people's heads, man. But they don't need to do that because what's going to happen is whenever there is a hobby crash, which it will happen at some point, all those card shops that are in it for a quick buck are going to disappear. That's what happened during COVID. Like, COVID created a bunch of new stores because everyone wanted to get product. The hobby crashed. All the cards went down in price, and then fucking we were watching like 3 to 4 card shops every day posting in the this Facebook saying, yeah, we're shutting our doors, we're closing our doors. Those people have to be kicking, like literally punching the air, seeing where the hobby's at now, because if those people like stuck it out, they'd probably be in a good spot right now. Ah, well. The guy who owns the shop is a douche too. Well, I'm happy that happened, then fuck them. All right, Exclusive Taste, thank you for jumping in, dude. We got a couple of SRs, not bad. Yeah, you can't really get away with that kind of shit, man. They probably saw that guy was like had the same fucking 12 people or whatever showing up every time. It was just like, yeah. We have pretty good turnouts for our One Piece nights. We usually have anywhere between like 6 and like 14 people, and then for special events we're usually over 20. We usually have anywhere between like 24 and 32, so. And we have a lot of unique players who come out, travel from over the bridge and shit like that, so. Yeah, I mean, like, you really can't fake events and shit. Like, you'll get caught. Especially because it's becoming such a common thing. But that's the thing, you get a bunch of people, like, everyone just wants to make money, man. So you get these fucking awful people who own stores. They just do some fucking shady shit like that. But that's crazy. That means that they're literally pretending to run events and then just keeping the winner card and selling it online. So that Bandai is continuously sending them products, and they keep getting those products, and then they're just making they're making money off of free product. Yeah, that actually happened here. There was a Bandai rep that came out to a card shop close to us, and like they were like, well, why the fuck did you give this pack out to another store? It was crazy. Oh yeah, that Yamato. Also, that card's like super overpriced, so there's no way that serialized Yamato that's numbered to 5,000. Like, I can't believe how overpriced that card is. Yeah, $5,000. Like, yeah, right, dude. The card is not worth that much, bro. I don't care what anyone says. Well, there hasn't been a sale in 2 months, so. There hasn't been a public sale in 2 months. There's only 3 listed, 4 listed. $9.92. Was that the episode that she came out in, or? Well, that or people are doing private sales. Was it $9.92 actually? I thought it was $9.80. What episode was Yamato introduced? This says $9.72. But you don't get the face reveal till $9.92. Yeah, $9.72 is the first episode, technically. You don't see who she is until $9.92. Yep. Babe, can you make me like 2 4-rows with no lids? Sure. No, it said $9.92 was the first one she showed. She was like, her face reveal was $9.92. You weren't wrong. Yeah, but you know whoever's got that one's gonna want a premium, dude. It's the episode that she was introduced. It shouldn't really add to the value, but it does. It's like when you get like a jersey number for a player, like it really shouldn't add to the value, but it does because it's a 1 of 1 technically. Someone out there is gonna care about it. Like if a player is like number like 5 and you get an out of 5, like that's gonna be, someone's gonna want that shit. Someone's gonna overpay for it. It's like swirls on Pokemon. Like, the amount of times I've upcharged on Pokemon cards because it had a swirl on it is insane. I get easily charged. People will easily pay an extra $20 to $25 for a swirl on an expensive card. It's literally just part of the foiling. But it's rare. It's rarer than, you know, most. Yeah, if it's in a good spot. Technically speaking, in the, you know, terms of the rarity of the card, it's just as rare as the other ones, you know? You only keep shiny energies if it has a swirl. See? Your prime example. I get it though, like the swirls do look cool. $67 jersey number doubles the value, dude. That's so insane to me because, like, at any point that meme could just die and people could just decide that it's not funny anymore, and then that person just overpaid by twice as much. The problem is, like, that's such a stupid investment. This shit don't last forever, because even when rich people buy dumb shit, they eventually lose a bunch of money. It eventually ends. Not to mention, it's kind of scary because think about how much product is just sitting in people's houses right now who want to invest. If there's ever a bubble pop where Pokemon way overprints shit, like, bro. And then that's going to make it worse because then people are going to panic sell, which is going to flood the market even more. Because people are stupid who are just, like, investing like that. Like, a lot of people are just too dumb to understand. Like, they don't care if they're flooding the market. They want to get out as fast as possible. So, we'll see. We'll see if... I'm really thinking that when Wind and Waves base set comes out, I think the hobby is gonna... I think the cards are gonna be super overprinted. And I think the hobby's gonna take a slight hit. But we'll see. I could be wrong. But if there's ever gonna be a time for Pokemon to crash, it's gonna be then. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy the fuck out of everything, and I don't give a fuck. Because we already have the blueprint of what happens. Every 3 to 5 years, there's a cycle. It goes like this. Just like a stock market. You ever watch a stock market? It goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. But I think a lot of people in the hobby, I know we know a lot of people who know a lot of really, really wealthy people who are waiting for stuff to drop and scoop it up off the market. So, who knows? Maybe this is the new norm. Maybe it's just, you know... I wouldn't mind seeing booster boxes and products go back to MSRP, though. Like, I'm cool with MSRP, but if the demand stays the way it is now, we would have to probably get twice as much product. And if they can get us twice as much product, then I have no problem selling it at MSRP. But you can't expect stores to sell at MSRP and get their allocations slashed because of how valuable this shit is and how many people want it. Like, that's not fair. Because then stores make way less money because they're getting less product, which means that if we go and sell at MSRP, we're missing out on tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? What's up, Dan? Did I see what leaks for what? Yeah, MSRP is like kind of a myth, but again, I wouldn't mind. Like, MSRP is good. Oh yeah, I've seen it, Dan. Fucking crazy, bro. Yeah, Pokemon 30th is about to be crazy. Every chain store has Pokemon packs now, and they're all $6.99. To be fair, though, those specialty stores were always expensive, even when fucking the hobby was dead. They didn't give a shit. Remember those Unbroken Bonds fucking Party City packs? That was such a meme for such a long time. Whenever we'd get, like, fucked on pull rates, we'd just be like, oh, Party City packs. Because we opened, like, 30 straight Unbroken Bonds from Party City. I think it was 20 or 30 straight green code cards. No hits. That was actually insane. Yeah, they want... Pokemon wants packs everywhere in all these fucking stores. But in reality, like, their stores aren't getting enough money, bro. Or getting enough product. So... Alright, 4 OP16 and send my truck for Stat Margo. Okay, also, Stanley wanted a shit. Alright. Let's do that now, I forgot about that. Stanley X wanted shipping. Alright, and then 4 OP16. Yeah, I mean, there's so many stores that really should be getting the product that all these new, you know, retailers are getting. Because, I mean, all it's doing is feeding the scalpers. Like, yeah, let's give Walmart, Target all this product so that people can literally pay the vendors and fucking sell it online anyways. It doesn't change the outcome. Like, the price stays high because you're just letting the scalpers make all the fucking money. I think there's a bigger chance... that store owners who own local card shops, there's a bigger chance they're the ones willing to lower prices compared to scalpers, because scalpers don't care about the hobby. Card shops do. I'm just not going to sell at MSRP and let someone else make all the money. Like, I'm not doing that. You know? Like, if a set is worth $300, let's say, all right, MSRP is 160, right? There's a set that's worth 320, which is double MSRP. When you go and open that product, am I going to force you to sell your singles for half of what they're worth? No, you're going to sell them at market. Right? You're going to sell them for what they're worth. So that's what I always say to people when they're like, "Well, you should be selling at MSRP, you should be selling it cheap, blah 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 for the hobby, It's like, okay, so I can let someone else make all the money? No, we're the ones taking all the risk with these pre-orders, where we're putting in hundreds of thousands of dollars in pre-orders that we would have to take, they would force us to take if we got fulfilled that product. How is that fair? You know? So I tell people, all right, here's what we can do. I'll sell to you at MSRP, which is half of what it's worth, but you got to go sell all your singles for half of what they're worth. Who does that work out for? Because then whoever you're selling the singles to is making all the money. Why? That's not fair to you or us. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it, man. It just comes from frustration of things being too expensive, and I completely understand. But we don't set the market, you know? Like, a market is an accumulation of thousands and thousands of sales. They have started to do the same here in Norway. Stores that have never had cards sell now. Even food shops sell at the register. That has never been a thing here. Yeah, I know, dude. Pokemon, and that's part of the reason why card shops aren't getting enough product, is because Pokemon is taking their products and trying to get them in as many stores as possible. Now, what I will tell you is that that's a slippery slope, because if a day ever comes where people decide Pokemon ain't it, Chief, then that bubble is gonna pop harder than fucking something you've never seen before, dude. Because I'll tell you what, you definitely don't want a collectible to be everywhere. That's not good. Yeah, do you have a bag or a truck or something? Are you in the ship bin, maybe? Oh yeah, you have a truck, right? Yeah, I remember you have the whale. But the good news for us is that we don't solely depend on Pokemon anymore. We also have, like, we do Weiss, we do One Piece, we do a bunch of stuff. We do Magic. I have a lot of Magic. We have a lot of Magic stuff. So like we have our hands in a bunch of different pots. So we would be fine if Pokemon flatlined. But I'm gonna tell you right now, based on what they're doing, like if they're gonna scale up printing 30%, they better be adding more layers of rarities when the new gen comes out. I'll tell you that. Because just special illustration rares and like a couple gold cards aren't gonna do it. Like they need to have things above special illustration rare if they're gonna print product more. And maybe that's their plan. I mean, they're pretty smart, right? Like they're pretty smart. That may be their plan. Their plan may be to add more rarities. And I think the reason Pokemon's kind of riding on the fact that they haven't added a new rarity in what, 3 gens now? Because you had Rainbows were the new rarity, and then alternate arts, and then special illustration rares. Special illustration rares started when? In Scarlet Violet, right? So it's been almost 2 gens now where there's been no new rarity. They need to have a card that's like 1 per case. Like on average. Like it could be 2 in a case, but it might also be 0. But on average, it should be like 1 per case. I don't think they need to do serialized. Serialized is kind of like a last resort thing. I think signature cards and serialized cards is like a last resort thing. And they're probably keeping that in their back pocket in case it ever dies. But there's just no reason for them to do that. They're selling out. Like you don't use you don't, if you're selling out of your product, you don't just do everything. You save that for, you know, whenever the hobby's not doing well. Because now look at like when it comes to like sports cards, I feel like people are so desensitized to serialized cards because there's so many of them, and I think it's the same with Magic. I think people are like desensitized to serialized cards. So you definitely don't want to desensitize people. I just want something that's like maybe like kind of like SP rarity in One Piece, or like manga rarity. Like Pokemon doesn't have any of those things. Like it could be like, let's say like 2 cards in a set. It's kind of like what they're trying to do with golds. Say like 2 cards per set, but it's like super duper fucking rare. Like a special mosaic version of like Moltres or something like that. It has like gold etching, that kind of shit. Like Pokemon, I think, will need something like that. Right now, they don't need it because they're selling out. But I'm saying, like, when they scale up their printing and when Wind and Waves comes out, whenever there's a new gen that comes out, there's usually a dip. But we didn't see that this year because we're doing Mega Evolutions, and Megas were already popular. And it was all good Pokemon. They picked all good Pokemon for the mega sets. Because they knew, like, they might as well, right? Because it's only a 2-year cycle. Hey, baby. Yo. Huh? Thought a 199 has like 7 different colors. Yeah, that kind of shit. That's what I'm saying. Because that's how they would have to do serialized in Pokemon. There would have to be a fucking fuck ton of them. Or else it would be too valuable. I mean, you're gonna have some kid that, buys a pack at Walmart and pull a serialized card and they're just fucking ruining the card. A little different with One Piece because I feel like and it does happen in One Piece. I've seen it. Got 2 BT31. Oh, I only grabbed 1. Yeah, let me get you another one, sorry. I thought it was 1 for some reason. I must have looked at the premium pack number. I got you. Alright, here we go, Chris. Yeah, it's just so diluted. And it makes people only want numbered cards, and like things that aren't numbered aren't worth a lot. Yeah, like they don't need to do numbered yet. Numbered cards would be like something good when if the hobby completely dies. Numbered cards would be something to get people back in the hobby. Pokemon's not gonna need that, I don't think. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Alright, Pan Special Rare. I'll take that. All right, OP16, come on. All right, we got Boogie. Prospect. Ooh, let's go. The 8-cost Blackbeard, dude. One of the best yellow cards that they've probably made since Borsalino. Yeah, yellow gets a lot of good generic cards, dude. That's dope, dude. Very good. Alright, Chris. That's a good card, man. I mean, that card's got to be, what, 50, 60 bucks? I'd say. That'd be my guess. 50 or 60. Very nice. Yeah, it's just such a broken card. It's, like, not even funny how busted that card is. Look at the 3 cards from the top of your deck. Add up to 1 life card to the top of your life cards, and place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Like the fact that you get to see top 3 and then stack a card. Now, don't forget, you're usually, and this is why this card's so good in Boa, is because I'm usually taking a lot of my life to try to hit triggers early game. Like the fact that I can play him and then see one of the 2 sisters that stack that as a blocker and pop that on their attack, it just fucks up their whole turn. It's just so good. Card's just broken. And the trigger is also busted. Not to mention it's an 8 cost 10k. And it has the 7 warlords label down here, so I can use Perfume Femur with this card, which is broken. Trigger, negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's characters during this turn, then KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. So say, you know, a card has an on KO effect, you can negate that card and then knock it out with no on KO effect. Like, the card's just fucking broken. It's like actually busted. Like, just ridiculous. Yeah. Dumb. Or if somebody plays a rush character out, now usually no one would do this, but if they played out a character that has rush and then you took a life from something else, right? You can negate their rush. Like, that's broken as fuck, dude. That was for Chris. You have 2 of those already? Holy. Dude, get a playset, bro. Someone will pay you a premium if you have 4 of them. You'll sell them on TCG Player, someone will pay a premium for having all 4. Because that way they don't have to order them from different sellers, you know? Alright, I pulled that box out for you, babe. Let's play a couple One Piece games, and then we'll probably call it here soon. I know it's going to be slow today, because Pitch Black comes out tomorrow. Whew, alright. Temperatures to rise. Yeah, it's going to be fucking 90 the rest of the week. Yeah, I shot 83 today, Sheffy. Shot a 39 on the front and a 44 on the back. Really fucked up on the back 9 today. Yeah, but pretty good considering I haven't played in a month. So. I don't have the scorecard, I don't think. Let me see. I got it right here. So 39 on the front, honestly not bad. Like, so I was on pace to shoot 78 today, and then so look how I started: bogey, 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 birdie, par, 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 bogey. Also, this bogey right here, 3-putt. Really should have had a par on that hole, but I left it really short. The front 9 greens got redone this year, so they're really slow and soft. And then bogey, bogey, par, double, bogey, bogey, double, par, bogey, par. Like, that was like a really bad back 9. So 1 over, 2, 3 over, 4 over, 5 over, 6, 7 over, 8 over on the back. Yep. 44, 83. Absolute dog shit round, but it was fine for first round back after honestly my hernia doesn't really affect my golf, so I can't use that as an excuse, but realistically, I mean, the two sixes I got, I mean, this hole in the woods, right? Hit another shot, it hit a tree, went into the woods, then I had to punch out. So I was laying 4. I was hitting my 4th shot from like 210 yards. And then I hit it on the green just over, and I chipped it to like 2 feet. So that, I saved that there. And then this one, 15. Yeah, same thing with 15. I was just in the woods, had to chip out. And then I hit it just by the green, hit it way by, and then 2-putted. Like, had like a bad lie on that. So, I mean, like, those 2 holes are super correctable. I mean, even if I get bogeys on those 2 holes, I mean, I shoot, what, 80, 81, or 80. Yeah, so it'd be 42, 39, 81. I mean, it was just so, like, this was a bad bogey. I was on in 2. Bad bogey. Missed a bunny for bird on this one. So I gotta make that. And then this hole, like, just bad. This hole was playing long. That says 176. It was playing 220 today because they had the tees way back, so the tee box is all fucked up. And then on 15, yeah, it was just like fucking really bad luck. 4, 4, and then yeah, like bogeying both par threes. I don't know. It just wasn't the greatest round, but it was nice to get back out. I hit a lot of really good shots. I got a lot of really good shots. So not too upset. Dookie Brown, okay. Yeah, a bunch of people are playing Shanks, huh? So we played the golds at Hogneck. Played the golds, so it's 71.5. So it's basically, the slope is exactly on par. All right. It's actually not terrible. Yeah, it wasn't the best round, but it was first round in over a month. How much are we gonna sell Pitch Black for? So I'm not 100% sure. I'm not gonna say guaranteed, but last time we spoke, I think we said it's gonna be around like 6 or 650 a pack. I think that's the plan. Yeah, play that out. Draw. I think the plan's like 6 or 650. So it's not going to be super expensive. Wait. Oh, use leader ability. I was like, what the fuck? All right. All right, we could play Nami. This does have blocker now, so could play Nami, swing 7 or 8. So we'll do that, and then this gives him, like, he has to either block here. If he blocks there, he's definitely not protecting the card. Okay. That was interesting. This is perfect because I kept this up. So next turn I can play Teach, and then I can use this ability to get one onto my character in case he heals something. Okay. Actually fine with that. Question is, do we want to take here? We have so much counter. I think maybe we counter. I could take, though. Nah. That's weird. That's weird. I don't know why he would do that. We can get a bunch of cards out of his hand now. Perfume Femur. I want that card. We're gonna get a couple cards out of his hand here. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was showing the my bad, I was showing the scorecard. I don't know if we're winning, but I think we are. So we got 7 and then potentially more than 7. So we'll do this. No trigger. Ooh, hell yeah. That's such a good... I can't attack. Oh, One, two, three. Okay. One, two. Start placing on top. Alright, now I don't want to attack him because then he's going to take the life and then he can swing freely at me. So I think what we do here is we actually go 9k at Jozu. But then wait, so on your opponent's attack, you may trash one card, give up to one of your opponent's characters or leaders minus 2,000 during this battle. I don't know if he's done that yet, though. When you receive damage or your character with 6,000 base power or more is KO'd, draw 1 card. So he'll be able to draw a card off that. I almost feel like that's fine. Best case scenario is he just counters out. That's completely fine. That is completely fine. Oh my god. This is fine, dude. That's fine. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Wait. Oh my god, dude. Watch this. Watch this. Negate. KO. Wait, why did he... Wait, why did he draw off that? That made no sense. I negated his effect. What? Wait, that wouldn't negate the on KO effect? Wait. Why did you draw cards when negated? That's alright. It don't matter, cause ready? Watch this. Now the question is, do we swing first? He doesn't have anything up, so I think we just go like this. Damn! Damn, you just got cooked. Damn, ace player getting cooked. Oh, that sucks. Darn it. Yep. 19k into 6k unblockable after you've used a fucking billion abilities? Oh, it sucks. Ah, well. No one's gonna want to play against Boa, dude. Oh, shot. All right, Black Yamato, here's my practice. This will give you a good practice stat since this is your deck right here. Let's see how it goes. I feel like this is like a 50-50 matchup, dude. Because one of the big things that makes my deck strong is having blockers that force you to swing through, and that unblockable is actually a really good counter. All right, we're going first. We need a better hand than that. Uh-oh. That's not that good. All right. She's probably taken. Yep. All right, now swing into me so I can play out my Gorgon Sisters for free, and then I can follow up with either another Gorgon Sister or not. It wouldn't be worth it. All right, there we go. We got something to play now. Okay, play that out, and then activate effect. Boom, boom, boom. And then 1, 2. And then pop this. And we go 7 and 7. Wait, so on KO effects can't get negated? What the fuck is that? That's some bullshit. I think the simulator got that one wrong. He wasn't supposed to draw 3 cards, or maybe he only drew 1 card. So he should only draw 1 card because he still gets the character effect, but he should not have drawn 3 cards. Did anyone notice if he drew 3 cards or not? He's just gonna go another 5 at it. I think I just let it go here. And this gets rush, right? So we're gonna block this. Block that, and then we'll take the 8. Yep. No trigger. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right. We go 6, 7. Beautiful. Perfect. Perfect. Ooh, we 9. Ooh, that's gonna be so good. We gotta protect this, potentially. Or we could let it die. It doesn't matter, actually. Because either she attacks this, and she draws a card, and then we don't play 9 drop. But if they don't attack this, or we can protect this, because, you know, for whatever reason, she doesn't want to swing into it, and we have this up so that when we play this, we'll still be able to get a Dawn on our leader. So that's huge, actually. And we'll heal. Okay, Yamato. Play 8-drop Yamato from your trash, which she doesn't have. Oh, because the game's going too fast. That sucks. Was she not able to trash one from her hand? Oh, she didn't have one in her hand. That's tough, dude. That's tough. So she's got nothing to play out off this. So she just used 6 Dawn to draw 1 card. That's tough. She played her 1 Yamato out. Yep. I think we just counter here. Yeah. 6,000. I think we take that. No trigger. We could take another card, but I think I'll block here. We're in such good shape. Oh, we're in such good shape, dude. All right, boom. Gain 1. Trash. Activate effect. Attach 1 here, just in case this gets knocked out or some bullshit. This is where I would like Perfume Femur. All right, we got a lot of their cards out of hand. They do have a lot of cards though. Yep. Unblockable, right? Yeah. Gonna play out Momo. Trash this, give this plus 20, play out Momo. Momo plays out something else. Plays out Yamato. And this gets Rush, right? Or no, it doesn't, right? Because it came out of hand.
I'm sorry, my dear.
Oh no, it does have Rush, right? It's played this out from... So this has Rush.
I'll remember.
Yeah, so 6,000. So he's gonna go 6, 8, 5. I mean 5. We block the 5. With Nami. 6,000. Block. 8,000 we take. $8,000 we take. Alright, we do this for Perfume Femur. I maybe should have taken that. There's a world where I should have taken that. Just to try to get something else on board. That may have been a misplay.
I'll remember.
I was trying to see if I could live one more turn. And honestly, I don't think I can. I was looking for Perfume Femur. I might lose. I might have lost.
I'm sorry, my dear.
Unless. There we go. Okay. We might be okay. 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 So we'll see if that was a misplay or not, because there's a chance that I just die. There's actually a very high chance that I die. Yeah, there's a chance we lose. There's actually a pretty good chance we lose. 8,000, I mean, that's too much. Oh my god, there's Perfume Femur, bro. Alright. 1. Playing out another unblockable Yamato, I'm cooked. The guy rage quit. Let's see. 8 costs. Oh my god, he didn't have a Yamato to play out, dude. Oof. Yeah, I would have won. So he goes 5k, or like I had enough Don to live because I have 1 blocker and I have 2k, so I go 2k, 1k, extra blocker. Yeah, oof, that's rough. Damn, that dude got cooked. All right, let's play one more and then I'm gonna call it, guys. So if you guys want to get some final orders in, it's got to go right now. We are gonna have pitch black tomorrow, so go second. Wow, that's a hand right there. Well, we're gonna have to draw into some good cards or we're absolutely cooked. That actually works. He countered? That's weird. Do I even want to block here? Feels kind of like not worth it. Let's see, next turn I'm going to have on 6 cost turn. Fuck, I forgot I stacked that one there. God damn it, dude. It's fine. This is feeling like an impossible game right now, dude. This hand is just so bad, bro. It's so bad. Dude, that's an insane hand right there. Bro! What in the world are we doing? Alright, maybe we can stabilize. It's not looking good. That's fine with me. I need to buy time. That's fine. Like he's like clearing board, which I'm completely fine with. I think I need to hit blocker off this. Yep. I mean, the fact that we're doing this good with the hand that we had and then the hand we drew after the hand we had. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 bricks in my hand. 7. That's insane. Yeah, I don't think Perfume Femur helps me here. I mean, Like, that's after a mulligan, which is insane. I don't know what that was. All right. Well, we lost our one game because we got card gamed. That was crazy. I've never seen that. That's like almost like impossible. I've never seen that before. All right, y'all. Let me transfer this over. I thought today would be pretty slow, but we stuck it out for almost 3 hours. All right. I appreciate you guys coming in and opening some packs. Stacy will be live tomorrow ripping Pitch Black. So you guys are excited for the new Pokemon set. Go pull that Darker Eye tomorrow. Good luck, y'all. And she'll be live at 2 p.m. Eastern, I'm pretty sure. If she's going to be a little sooner, she'll let you guys know in the Discord. All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. All right, good night, everybody. Peace.